North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has not been seen in public in weeks.
At the same time, speculation grows over his health.
Korean leader's health remains unclear.
It was speculated that in April 2020, Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, had fallen ill and may or may not still be alive.
There was no sign of Kim as the secretive state marked the anniversary of the founding of the Korean People's Army.
If this is the case, a new leader would need to take over, and all indications strongly point to his younger sister, Kim Yo-jong.
North Korea has reportedly been preparing a contingency plan for succession.
This begs the question, who is this potential heir to the North Korean throne?
And we've seen her coming out of the shadows really in the last couple years.
That is why we are taking a deeper look inside the life of Kim Yo-jong. Who is she, and what makes her the next potential candidate as leader of North Korea? Her early years. So much of Kim Yo-jong's life is a mystery, especially her early years. We know she is the youngest of 5 children and that her father was Kim Jong-il, the former leader of North Korea. According to the U.S. Treasury Department, Kim Yo-jong was born on September 26, 1987, but South Korea's intelligence indicates she was born in 1989. Little is also known about her childhood except that at the age of 9, she was sent off to Switzerland to study alongside her brother, Kim Jong-un. There they lived in an apartment with their uncle and aunt, and the pair had a private chef and a team of trained bodyguards. Yo-jong even had an alias, Pak Mi-hyung, while she attended school there. It was said that Yo-jong's time was very isolating, and her father would send over North Korean music for her to listen to so that she would feel more at home. After their studies, Kim Jong-un eventually became ruler of North Korea, and Kim Yo-jong continued her studies at Pyongyang University in computer science. Personal life. If you thought Kim Yo-jong's early life was secretive and lacking in details, well, the same can be said about her personal life today. Yo-jong is said to be married and has a child, possibly even 2. We do know her husband is Cho Song, the son of the government official Cho Ryong-hae, and the couple met in university and were married in January 2015. There were rumors of her being pregnant in both 2015 and 2018, but her child or children have never been seen in the public eye. First public appearance. Kim Yo-jong's life has been so private that her first official appearance in the public eye was only in 2011 at her father Kim Jong-il's funeral. And it was only in 2014 that she was spotted working alongside her brother. It is said that she made her sort of debut politically in the eyes of the media in North Korea when she stepped out with Kim Jong-un during elections for the Supreme People's Assembly. Since then, she can often be seen in the background at almost any and all public events her brother attends, and is considered a sort of chief of staff to Kim Jong-un. In other words, she's the one who watches his back. And for anyone to get to her brother, they've got to go through her first. Professional life. Before becoming her brother's right-hand woman, Kim Yo-jong graduated university and quickly climbed her way up the political ranks. She eventually became the vice department director of the Workers' Party of Korea's Propaganda and Agitation Department, and was even named as a member of the WPK Politburo, the country's highest political assembly. Yo-jong had been groomed by her paternal aunt, Kim Kyung-hui, and mirrored herself after her aunt's own professional work achievements. Kyung-hui, in fact, was the personal assistant to her brother, Kim Jong-il, during his reign as the North Korean leader. It would only make sense that Yo-jong followed suit in her aunt's footsteps and has become her brother's right hand and personal aide as well. Kim Jong-un's personal aide. Kim Yo-jong is considered the gatekeeper of her brother's appearances and security, as well as controlling her brother's image and persona to take on a more likable demeanor in the public eye. She has used her role as vice director to create a cult of personality around her brother that includes presenting him as a benevolent, accessible leader modeled on his grandfather and North Korea's founder, Kim Il-sung. In fact, she is said to be the inspiration behind her brother's visits to theme parks, schools, and the homes of ordinary people, and even his unlikely friendship with the former NBA star Dennis Rodman. Furthermore, not only does she work on her brother's image, but also has been seen at his side in more political events, such as recent talks with President Trump in 2018 and 2019. It is reported that after the two sides abruptly ended negotiations in Vietnam in February of 2019, Kim Jong-un blamed his sister for the failure and had her removed from Politburo. However, he reinstated her in April of 2020. The 2018 Winter Olympics. North and South Korea have been at war as far back as the end of World War II. It is a separation of two countries that has yet to see any resolution in over 70 years. In 2018, Kim Yo-jong made an appearance at the Winter Olympics opening ceremonies in South Korea. Not a single member of the North Korean ruling family has ever visited South Korea since the end of the Korean War in 1953. She is to date the highest-ranking member of her family to do this, and although her appearance brought Kim criticism, it was considered a strategic move and marked the coming out party for Kim Yo-jong as she continues to build her rapport and her involvement in political affairs. Them's fightin' words. As Yo-jong has been steadily building her rapport in the public and political eye of North Korea, she has also made it apparent that she is not one to be reckoned with. After her appearance at the 2018 Olympics was seen as a positive move between possible new resolutions between the two countries, Yo-jong seems to have taken on a much stronger and harsher stance in recent months. After a missile test was performed in March of 2020, South Korea expressed a fearful concern over the testing. The potential new leader, in her first ever political statement, compared South Korea's complaints as a frightened dog barking. She chastised the neighboring country and even was quoted as saying, "Such incoherent assertion and actions only magnify our distrust, hatred, and scorn for the South side as a whole." It is quite an extreme position coming from someone just 2 years earlier who made a diplomatic appearance in South Korea. Blacklisted by the US. Although Kim's harsh statements are indeed a direct hit to the South Korean government, actions always speak louder than words. The North Korean family has been known for its harsh leadership, and in the case of Kim Yo-jong and her brother, it looks as though much of their actions have already gotten them blacklisted by the US Department of Treasury back in 2017, along with 6 other North Korean officials and 2 entities. If you thought they were just talking shop, there is much that they have done to merit them this blacklist. The department was quoted as saying the Kims were placed on the list for serious human rights abuses and censorship activities, and further stating the North Korean regime also implements rigid censorship policies and conceals its inhumane and oppressive behavior. We'll just leave it at that. Her Paik-2 bloodline. When it comes to the question who will replace Kim Jong-un after he passes, one large influence that helps his sister's chances of becoming ruler of North Korea is the fact that she is part of the Paik-2 bloodline, a 3-generation lineage of North Korean leadership descending from the country's first leader, Kim Il-sung, dating back as far as 1948. The Kim dynasty is comparable to a royal family, and it is said that this bloodline of people are not even viewed or portrayed as being human-like, but are seen as gods to the people of North Korea. That's a pretty powerful status of genealogy, and you just can't get any better than that. She is the most ideal candidate. Kim Yo-jong has an extensive amount of experience working alongside her brother, and that alone can merit her becoming the next leader. There is even rumor that due to her recent public statements directed towards South Korea in March of 2020, that she has gone from her soft and friendly position to a much harsher and stronger one, signaling that Kim may have already moved up the hierarchy from her position as Vice Department Director of the WPK. There are also some other factors that are on her side in promoting her to official leader of North Korea. Kim Jong-un's children are all much too young to suddenly become heir to the throne. Her oldest brother, Kim Jong-chul, is seen as a playboy with little interest in politics and is not considered leadership material, and her half-sister, Kim Sol-song, is not thought to be a contender to take over. The only other 2 potential candidates that could possibly be considered are her uncle, Kim Pyong-il, who recently returned to North Korea last year after serving as a diplomat overseas for 4 decades, or her supposed father-in-law, nominal head of state, Cho Ryong-hae. Regardless of these 2 options, Kim Yo-jong is still the frontrunner to rule the country if anything has happened to her brother, Kim Jong-un. A female leader. One of the biggest possible deterrents to Yo-jong becoming the leader of North Korea is her gender. Even though Kim is the most obvious choice, in a country mainly controlled by men, being a woman could pose as an issue for the potential heiress. It could possibly prevent her from becoming the next leader. North Korea is known to be one of the most male-chauvinistic societies and is the least gender-diverse country in the world. The majority of its members of parliament are older men, and although the country's constitution states women are accorded an equal social social status and rights with men, this male-dominant leadership may oppose the idea of a young woman ruling over them. Too young to lead. Not only are there concerns about her gender, but her age may be problematic as well. Yo-jong may have difficulty earning the respect and command over the country's generals because she's half their age. Most of the people who currently serve under Kim Jong-un's rule are first-generation men in their 60s to their 80s. That would mean for Yo-jong, who is in her early 30s, that there is a minimum of 30 years between her and the people who would follow her leadership. Even her brother Kim Jong-un faced similar criticism when he became ruler in his early 20s. Clearly his age did not obstruct his rise or his control over the older members. Although there is still so much we don't know about this potential new leader and what has happened to her brother, it is clear Kim Yo-jong is more than likely to become the next ruler of North Korea. Only time will tell, and we will just have to wait and see how it all plays out. What do you think of this potential new leader of North Korea? Do you think she will become a bigger tyrant than her brother Kim Jong-un? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Taco for more.